Hello friends, in my previous video we were seeing note taking and some important points regarding note taking and the methods of note taking, linear method and Cornell method. Now we are going to see note making. This is the second part of this chapter. As mentioned earlier, note making is different from note taking. Actually, we have seen this briefly in my previous video. It is an independent activity. In a lecture, the points may be discussed overtly, in which case it is easy to note them down. During the lecture, you are able to take down all the important points and notes. Teacher is teaching to you, and which points you feel important, that points you can taking down. We may also seek the guidance of the teacher individually for further clarification of the point when necessary. So note taking is not necessarily a passive activity. This is an active activity. But it can be interactive activity. There are some hindrances, though it may not be possible to record each and every classroom lecture. So taking notes may sometimes be a tiresome activity. This may affect the quality of understanding of the given subject. There are some problems in note taking. You cannot take down whole the lecture in your notebook. Sometimes while taking down the notes, there is a possibility of losing important point. That may affect on your understanding of a particular point. On the other hand, note making is based on individual reading. So most of the things are within the control of the reader or student. Note making is completely under control of you, because you are the reader. And if you read all the necessary points carefully, you are able to take down notes or write notes. You can read the points as per your conveniency. There is not restriction like lectures of a particular period. If you feel tired, you can reread it again as per your convenient time. So most of the things are within the control of the reader or student. For instance, the time and place of reading, the speed of reading and comprehension are self-defined. You can decide the time of reading, you can decide the place of reading. You can also decide the speed of reading. If you don't understand the particular point while reading, you can reread the same point for your better understanding. So reading and comprehension, which are self-defined in note making. Obviously, there are various ways and techniques of note making. All of them may not be equally suitable. As students, we must choose our study habits and learning styles. Each and every person has its own style of making notes. There are some important things about this process of note making. We will discuss on it today. The first point regarding this, that finding the reliable resources. This is perhaps the most important thing in the process of studying any subject. Most of the students tend to copy the notebooks given by their seniors. Some other students may blindly follow the ready-made notes or guides available in the market. As serious and sincere students, we must certainly stay away from such shortcuts. We must seek the help of the teachers and tap the authentic resources like textbooks and reference books for studying our subjects. There are many sources available in the library. You can go through the reference books suggested by the teacher during the lecture. But sincere students can or always do this kind of activity. The students who are really bored of making or taking notes, they use shortcuts for their notes. Whatever the teacher has given or posted on the notice board, they just go there and taking down each and every spelling and word as it is in their notebook. So there is no any kind of their individual contribution in that note making. So getting or finding the reliable resources is the important thing in note making. If you do not get any important book for your topic, you will not be able to make notes properly. So resource is important for making note. Then second point is reading for comprehension. For making effective notes, we must read the book with a specific purpose. If we are reading for the general idea, then we may attempt skimming. Your intention must be clear while reading. If you want to understand clearly, then you should read thoroughly with concentration. So first of all, decide yourself for what purpose you are going to read the particular book. If we are reading for a general idea, then we may attempt skipping, and during the process of this skipping you may lose many important aspects and points. If we are reading for some specific facts or information, then we may attempt scanning. So our goal must define our reading style. So what the goal we have set for the reading, that is important. So your goal must define your reading style. If we are reading for some specific facts or information, then we may attempt scanning. We just scan. We just turn out the pages by scanning the page in a one glance or two glance, because you are searching some important specific facts from the sources. So there is a way of just turning out the pages. This is the way of reading also. So it is clear here that your intention decides the way of reading. So we should be careful while reading, and we should decide ourselves for what purpose we are going to read the particular book. Then third point is integrating the points. We may integrate the points that we noted from the lectures with the additional points gathered from the other resources. Integrating points, the points which you feel important and collected from the lectures, and you gathered another important points regarding the particular topic from the sources. So there are two chances, or there are two options. One is taking down important points from the lectures, and another is searching out some important points related to the particular topic from the resources. What are these resources? These resources are some reference books, some textbooks. You should read out carefully the textbooks line by line to get important points. And from resources, that is reference books, you cannot read out whole the reference books, because reference books are too much heavy and lengthy with maximum pages, and for one point you cannot read all these 1000 pages. So with the help of index, you can search your point in the index and then go to the particular page number and find out your point there. So there is a skill of searching your important points from reference books. Your teachers will tell you about how to scan reference books or how to search your point in the reference book. So try to understand how we should read the book and how we should search our important points in the reference books. Then focusing on relevance is another point. There is a tendency among many students to collect all the points from different resources and just put them together in a fuzzy manner. However, we must take care not to include all the points. Instead, we must note only the relevant points. Some students have a habit to collect all the points and put all the points in a single or 1-2 pages. During the lecture, teachers use various resources and references. All the resources and references are perhaps not related to a particular point. So you are taking down all the points may confuse you during the examination or before the examination, reading before the examination, that you will confuse because you will not understand all the points related to a particular point, because all the points you have collected during the lecture may not be related to your main point or main aspect or main topic. So only relevant and important points you should take down. Thank you.